Part 2. In this part, you will hear 3 conversations. The conversations will not be repeated. There are 4 questions for each conversation. For each question, choose the correct answer, A, B, C, or D. Questions 9 to 12 refer to the following conversation. Listen to a conversation between the man and the woman.
The men of the Northwood tribes were the hunters. The hunting season began in the fall and continued until midwinter. These expeditions frequently took the hunters away from the village for long periods of time. Moose, deer, beaver, bear, and elk were the animals sought. Large deer drives were common, and small animals were taken with snares or the bow and arrow.
Did the women ever go hunting with the men?
The women often accompanied their husbands on hunting parties. Their job was to take charge of the camps.
Do you mean they just cooked for the men? I thought the Native Americans had more of a system of equality.
Overall, men and women shared the labor. On hunting expeditions, women basically supported the men, whose job was to procure the game. On the other hand, women controlled other realms of life. For example, women managed all of the agricultural operations. Also, a woman headed each clan, and these women were respected for their role as keepers of the clan.
Questions 13 to 16 refer to the following conversation. Listen to a conversation between the woman and the man. Have you ever thought about all the tons of garbage that's out in space circling the Earth?
Tons of garbage that's out in space circling the Earth? What do you mean?
I saw a television program about it last night, and according to the program, there is about 3,000 tons of metal out there in space traveling at speeds around 17,000 miles per hour.
Where did all this garbage come from?
Well, it comes from all those space missions that have gone up since 1957. Every time a rocket ship goes up into space, it leaves a lot behind, and this stuff goes into orbit around the Earth. Booster rockets, solar panels, remnants of satellites, and even nuclear reactors.
Isn't it dangerous to have all this stuff out there?
Some space scientists are worried about possible collisions between this orbiting junk and spaceships, particularly manned spacecrafts. However, so far, there haven't been any such accidents.
Well, I hope that they're going to do something about this, both for the sake of safety and for the sake of the environment.
Me too. I know that right now the problem is being studied by numerous scientists. Hopefully, they'll be able to find solutions. They'll be able to find solutions before the problem gets too much worse. Questions 17 to 20 refer to the following conversation. Listen to a conversation between 2 students. Am I ever glad to see you? We don't have much time left before our presentation. Only the rest of this week. Let's talk about what we still need to do.
Do we have that much left to do? I was under the impression we're just about ready. I've got all my data, the graphs, and photos of the mountain.
We'd better go over what we have.
Oh, sure, but I have hockey practice in half an hour.
This won't take long, I hope. Now, I'll do the introduction. First, I'll talk about how the geologists in Volcano Watch detected another tiny earthquake on Stone Peak 2 weeks ago. The quake registered only 0.8, but they think it could be part of a series of small quakes that precede an eruption. Then, I'll give the history of the eruptions in that area.
How far are you going to go back?
2,000 years. That's the last time Stone Peak erupted. I won't go over every little eruption, just the 6 or 7 major ones in the range. Then, I guess at that point I'll turn it over to you.
And I'll show my graphs. No, maybe the pictures first. At least this one of the bulges. George Davidson at the observatory gave me all these photographs. I still have to make slides out of them, and of my graphs too. Nuts, that won't take long. Aren't they awesome? Some are really good shots of the mountain. You can really see how much the bulge has grown.
It's grown? How much? A few inches?
A few inches a year for the past 6 years. The bulge is forming because a chamber of magma below the surface is growing. Earth's crust is being the surface that is growing. Earth's crust is being bent and bent. A few inches a year is a lot of bending, and sooner or later, it'll start to break open. Then there'll be a show. First I'll show them, first the color picture, then the graphs showing the eruptions over the past 6 years, and then the series of black and white photos show the bulge. It shows up better in black and white.
Then, when you're through with the slides, we should probably allow enough time for questions.
Yeah, that sounds good. That should about wrap it up. See? We're all set to go.